The Great Pie Eating Championship. Once upon a time in a small, cheerful town called Sweetberry, there was an annual event that everyone looked forward to, the Great Pie Eating Championship. This event was held every summer, and it was known for one thing. The pies were so delicious that no one could ever resist participating, no matter how many times they had failed in previous years. The reigning champion for 5 years in a row was none other than Bob the Bottomless Pit Patterson, a burly man with an insatiable appetite for anything sweet. He was known far and wide for his ability to devour pies faster than anyone could blink. People from neighboring towns came just to see Bob's legendary pie-eating skills. But this year, something was different. A newcomer, a tiny and very determined girl named Lily, decided to enter the competition. Lily wasn't the biggest or the fastest eater, but she had one thing Bob didn't, a secret pie strategy passed down through generations in her family. On the day of the event, Sweetberry's town square was buzzing with excitement. Stalls were filled with the most mouth-watering pies you could imagine: apple, cherry, blueberry, and even savory options like chicken and mushroom. The smell was intoxicating. Bob stood at the front of the table, cracking his knuckles and grinning at the rows of pies. "Bring it on," he shouted. Lily, on the other hand, was standing at the far end of the table, nervously adjusting her oversized bib. Her grandmother had told her, "When the time comes, remember, the key is pacing, not rushing." The whistle blew, and the competition began. Bob dug in with his usual gusto, his face quickly disappearing behind a mountain of pies. He ate so quickly that crumbs seemed to fly from his mouth like a snowstorm. The crowd cheered, "Go, Bob," as they watched him power through pie after pie. Lily, however, took a different approach. She calmly picked up her first pie, took a small bite, and chewed thoughtfully. Bob was already on his third pie by the time Lily had finished her first, but she didn't mind. She stuck to her plan. As the hours went by, Bob began to slow down. His stomach was clearly feeling the effects of all that sugar, and his pace faltered. Meanwhile, Lily kept going steady, taking her time with each bite, savoring the flavor, and never stopping for a second. The crowd grew tense. Bob's face was turning green, and he was holding his stomach. I can't do it," he groaned, his hands resting on his knees. Lily, on the other hand, finished her final pie with a satisfied smile, her stomach perfectly content. She leaned back in her chair and looked around. The crowd was silent, and then, like a wave, they erupted into cheers. Lily had done the impossible. She had beaten the reigning champion with her careful strategy and slow and steady pace. Bob was laughing too, although it was a little more from embarrassment than anything else. "I guess I've been dethroned," he said with a grin. From that day forward, Lily was known as the Pie Queen of Sweetberry. And Bob? He spent the next year perfecting his pie-eating skills, though he did make sure to invite Lily to every competition as a reminder that sometimes, a little patience and wisdom are all you need to win. And so, the Great Pie Eating Championship became not just about eating pies, it was about enjoying the journey, one bite at a time.